Stress is being called a silent killer these days. And one of the reasons behind it is its normalization. We accept stress as a normal part of life and even assume that with higher levels of leadership will come elevated stress levels. What exactly is stress? And is it really normal?
Stress is the way in which you respond to external events, and it is not the same for everybody. When faced with stress, our body responds by going into the fight, fly, and freeze mode, preparing to react immediately and strongly to the perceived threat. Throughout evolution, this is how the lower brain learned to respond to danger. The problem is that this instinctual response is meant to be temporary, lasting no more than a few minutes. In our modern day lives, due to uncertainty, digital quickness, excessive changes, the fight, flight, freeze response is continuously activated. This means that anxiety becomes a habit, and the brain accepts this state as normal without recognizing the dangerous effects. In fact, when faced with a perceived threat, our body produces cortisol and adrenaline, which are the hormones to help us to react quickly. So, what was intended to be of support for our evolution has become a killer because too much cortisol and adrenaline in our systems are dangerous and disruptive.
The way you have explained it, the impact of stress in our system is anything but normal. Which brings us to the next big question. How do we recognize being stressed out? Because typically it would take something drastically unfortunate happening either to our mental or physical health or to our relationships. What are some signs that we can watch out for that would indicate a need to take immediate action to manage our stress levels?
First of all, we can recognize the symptoms of being under stress thanks to our physiological system: increased heart rate, irregular breathing, digestive problems, and so, which reflects on our mental or cognitive system. It means foggy thinking, unable to focus or concentrate, tunnel vision, and consequently impacts on our emotional system. It means angry, irritable, apprehension, depression. All these drive our behavior. It means that we are not able to control our reactions, become aggressive. It means being busy but not productive, etc., etc.
I feel it's so important to understand how all these four signals interact because usually we try to control our behavior and that is not where you start. So, Coach Monica, you're based in Milan and you have a multidisciplinary approach. I love your tagline of well being for business. You combine emotional intelligence, NLP, and laughter yoga as well. So, if you were to recommend the first step that we can take towards managing our stress levels, what would that be?
The very first step is to recognize signals of being under stress. Once you recognize that you're under stress, your responsibility is to choose to do something to reestablish your balance. Stress management is not an emergency button, but a commitment with ourselves to daily practice brain fitness in order to be able to respond and not to react to stressful situations. Later, I will walk you through a quick check-in exercise to build our inner calm and to become more and more able to recognize stress signals.
We will look forward to that, Coach Monica. Thank you so much.
Thank
We
you.
have compiled a list of the stress signals that Coach Monica referred in our write up. for our viewers. So, viewers, we hope that after today's video, you will stop treating stress as a normal part of life, learn to recognize the signals, and commit to making your well being a priority. See you next week. Thank you.
Thank you to you. Thank you.